Hi, everybody. My name is Megan Strain, and I'm a graduate student in social psychology, working with Don Saucier. Having Don as my graduate student mentor, graduate advisor, has been one of the greatest decisions I could have ever made for my career. But tonight, I'd like to tell you about the first class I had with him as a teacher. It was his graduate-level research design course, the content of which is often initially perceived by first-year grad students as not only intimidating, but potentially dull and also unavoidable. In other words, it's a required advanced statistics course. Going into that class, I was terrified. After it was over, and now that I've finished my coursework, I can say without hesitation that it was one of the best courses I've ever had the opportunity to take. The reason for that is Don's interest and enthusiasm for his material and the genuine desire he has for us to both learn that material and share his enthusiasm for it. And let me tell you, someone who can do that in a statistics course probably knows a thing or two about engaging students. So please join me in welcoming a veritable teaching superhero, Dr. Don Saucier.
I just want to start out by saying how honored I am to be part of this event tonight. This is a very exciting event, and I'm humbled by that. And thank you so much, Megan, for your kind words. I hope I can live up to them here. What I want to share with you tonight is a teaching approach that I've developed called the trickle-down engagement approach. And what this basically comes from is the fact that I think as teachers, we need to share more than the content in our classes. We need to share our passion about learning. We need to teach them that there is value in what we're teaching, no matter what it is. And I started this approach by thinking about a couple of questions that I'll now ask you to think about for just a couple of seconds. Why do we teach? As students, why did we learn? Where did those inspirations come from? If your answers are like mine, the answers are names of people that taught us. And I'm going to introduce you to a couple who taught me this along the way. This is Mrs. Smith. She's my 5th grade teacher, and what she shared with me was that every student has value. Every student deserves to be believed in. These are my high school English teachers, Mrs. Berry and Mrs. Raymond. They taught with me, they shared with me their belief that reading is the path to self-actualization. These are classics professors in college, Carol O'Neill and Yossi Roisman. They shared with me that our histories are what connect us. Our histories are what make the essence of humanity. These are psychology professors, Bill Henry, Bill Klein, and Michelle Alexander. They shared with me their unrelenting belief that the scientific method can uncover the secrets of human nature. These are graduate professors, Bruce Caff and Dave Howell. They shared with me that the fascination with things like behavioral neuroscience and statistical analysis can unlock secrets to the human condition. But what really stands out in me when I was answering this question about my inspirations is Edutarian. And it was Edutarian in his physiological psychology class in college that I earned my only C. Every day I got up, and I think that class was at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm not sure. And I came with 4 glasses of Mountain Dew from the campus dining hall, and I sat there. And I spent the whole time saying, oh my God, how does this person find this stuff so interesting? I came and heard him talk about neuronal communication and action potential in brain areas, and it did not click for me, but I kept coming. And what happened is that C could have been substantially lower had it not been for Dr. Yetarian's enthusiasm. And what I realized across all of these experiences with these wonderful teachers was that I was engaged because they were engaged. I learned because they were engaged, and now I teach because they were engaged. And it was those experiences that caused me to create this model, the trickle-down engagement model, which simply says, if a teacher is more engaged in his or her content, then his or her students will be more engaged in that same content. And that increased level of engagement will then drive student learning. And what I want to do for you now is share a little bit of the data that my graduate students Megan Strain, Stuart Miller, and I have collected in support of this model. First of all, students want more than the content in their class. They want more than us just telling them our subjects. They want to see our passion as well. We asked 300 undergraduate students to tell us words that would describe their best teachers. And this is what we got. We get understanding and caring and helpful and passionate. These are things that we can provide to them, not only about the content, but about our passion about the learning and teaching process. We found that students report that when their teachers are more engaged, that they themselves are more engaged. We asked students if they agreed with this statement. Are you more engaged when your instructor is more engaged in the material? And over 95% said yes. More precisely, we put it on a 1 to 9 type scale, with 9 being higher levels of agreement, and we see it confirms this. Students believe that their engagement is driven by teacher engagement. And engagement is a good thing. Data from our lab is showing that student engagement is related to their interest in the class. It's related to the value they see in the class. It's related to how much they look forward to classes. And I love this. It's related to how much they look forward to exams, because they see them as an opportunity to show what they've learned. In essence, their engagement is showing that they're intrinsically motivated in this information. We're teaching them, through our own passion and our own enthusiasm, that learning is fun. They think that they learn better when their teachers are more engaged. And again, asking them, do you learn better when your teacher is engaged? Over 95% say yes. And again, on a 1 to 9 Likert type scale, that is confirmed. So what we're seeing across these data that I've showed you just now is that students think they're more engaged when their teachers are more engaged. That engagement is good, and they think they learn more. Well, how does this fit in with teachers? It fits in pretty well. What we have here is a little bit of data from K-State First faculty members asking them to describe themselves as teachers. This is what they said: caring, enthusiastic, engaged, passionate. I don't see smart. I don't see sophisticated. I see things that capture their engagement and their level of passion and enthusiasm about what it is they teach. And I think we can share this with our students in a meaningful way. So what we can do, we can take our material and we can share it with our students, but we can also take our enthusiasm and our passion and share that as well. What we need to do is start by loving our material, and I think most of us do this. But what we can do a better job at, in my opinion, is loving it explicitly, telling our students why we love it, justifying that love, getting them to consider loving it too and make it theirs. In the assignments that they complete, provide reasons for why they love it. Have them convince themselves, and then share those reasons with you so that you can further your own love and passion for your material. So simply, if we demonstrate our engagement to our students as an intentional and explicit part of our approach to teaching, we'll increase their engagement, increase their learning, and potentially inspire our students to be lifelong learners and teachers who can then inspire us right back. Thank you very much.